What's going on, true believer? James Nguyen here with the Alpha Red Comic Channel. Thank you for joining me for a Saturday morning sketch card drawing thing. So, I've been at a work convention all week, not all week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then this morning. So, I am itching to get some drawing done, but I am also limited by a wedding that I have to go to and get ready for in about 40 minutes. So for the next 40 minutes, we're gonna draw. So gonna play the little Alpha Red music in the background. I want to say thank you to anybody who finds it and pops in here. And we're gonna draw these sketch cards. So I did. Let me share my screen. Duh. Duh, duh, duh. Got to share the screen before I share the screen. Entire screen. Let's do the entire screen. Why not? Why not? Kabamski. That's right. Kabamski. So I am in the middle of a campaign for Alpha Red number 7. And the first 10 backers are going to get some sketch cards, some free sketch cards, just for being Johnny on the spot. This is what they're going to get, something like this. And then on the back, it's going to be pictures of Alpha Red. So these are old sketch cards that I had that I was not even going to use. I've been giving them away, but the backs were blank. So I thought it would be fun to use them as an incentive for people to pick up Alpha Red early. So I now have 18 backers on my Alpha Red campaign, but I need more. I need more, honestly. Can we be honest? You and me being honest. I'm at 905 on the campaign. This is where you go. alpharedcomic.com. It will take you to fund my comic. And I've had as many as 75, 76 backers before in the past. But now we are only at 18. And I moved platforms, and I wanna apologize to my backers from Kickstarter, because you will have to create an account over on Fund My Comic if you want to support me over there. And let me tell you the reason why I switched over to Fund My Comic. So Fund My Comic gives you the money right away. So I set the campaign to be that I get what I get. So I have a war chest that I have built up to fund the creation of Alpha Red number 7. I need to replenish that if I plan to do any more Alpha Red. So you're not necessarily funding Alpha Red number 7. You're actually continuing the Alpha Red legacy. So think of it that way, because it's going to happen. But the best thing about, not the best thing, but one of the really cool things about Fund My Comic is that they give you the money right away. Like you see that 905 if you go to alpharedcomic.com. If you go there, you'll see that there's $905 pledged towards the campaign. I have already received the I don't know what the grand total is. It was like it was $800 and some dollars, because they do have a 1% platform fee, whereas Kickstarter has a 5% platform fee, and you have to wait until the campaign is over before they send you the money. And it's not even like the day of or the minute of that they send you the money. They hold it for like 2 weeks is what it has felt like. So it, for me, to have the money like right away, I can use that money to pay for the inking, and I can show you some of the inking that has come in from JC Grande. Just top notch inks, and that doesn't have to impact the war chest as bad when you have that money already coming in for future payments for other contributors to the independent comic. So if you're not familiar with Alpha Red, Alpha Red is my independent comic that I created way back in 2011, 2012. The reason why I hesitate between 2011 and 2012 is that in 2011 is when the name Alpha Red happened, and I was creating a character by the name of Alpha Red who looks a lot like this current Alpha Red. But I was going through a spiritual journey, and I wanted the character that I was creating to go on a faith journey, and so my collaborator backed out, and he didn't feel called to that, and so he graciously allowed me to continue with the look of the character. He had nothing to do with the look of the character. That was my part of it. He was a writer, and that's how he was contributing, and so so it was easy for him to back out of it. He had some dialogue based on, well, he wrote a plot, and then he started some dialogue, but I paid for everything. I paid for the dialogue to be put on the artwork. I paid for the colorist to come in and do the coloring. And so all the artwork was really mine. And I said, I just want the artwork. I said, you can have, I offered the artwork to him. He just couldn't be read. He could have it recolored. We could share the first 16 pages that I had done for our version of the story. And he just said, no, you can have it. And so that's why in 2012 is when this version of Alpha Red was really born. And so when I say 2011, 2012, that's why I kind of hesitate. But we are on issue number 7. And I know it sounds like it took a long, long time to get here, which it did. You know, that's a lot of years in between. That's not even one a year. But I'm trying to fix that because I did not have the time and resources back then like I do now, and the commitment also. And I think the industry, the comic book industry, is ready for some alternative comic book superhero offerings. And so it's a good time. It's a good time for me to have so many comics already completed. And as comic book shops and comic book fans are looking for some content, here I have something ready to go that is complete and polished and kind of thought through. I'm going to call this one done, guys. So what do you think? Get something like that. Now it's too late to get one of these because this was for the first 10 people who supported Alpha Red number 7. And I launched it on Monday. Get these put out of the way. Launched it on Monday. It shot out of the gate, and then it kind of stopped. And I would like for it to go again. So if you are new to Alpha Red and you want to catch up on this hero, you can go over to alpharedcomic.com, and maybe we'll stop here after this guy, and then we'll go in to the campaign, and kind of go over some of the rewards. And this is really early access to Alpha Red number 7. So you're going to be overpaying for Alpha Red number 7, but what you get is an exclusive cover along with the regular cover, and you'll get it 2 months before everybody else gets it. So I hope that's incentive enough to pay an extra $5 to help me pay for the printing of it and the completion. Not like I said, it's going to get completed whether or not it meets the $2,500 goal. But I'd like to see $2,500 get put back into the war chest so that I can be a little bit more nimble with opportunities that arise for Alpha Red. So you never know, as the industry changes, what kind of opportunities pop up as an independent comic artist, creator. And so I have some opportunities now that I would not have if I didn't have 6 issues of Alpha Red ready to go. And it's great when people approach you and find out that you have so many issues that are colored, lettered. Nobody's going to be waiting on these. It simply just needs to be printed. And right now, issue number 1 and issue number 6, there are over 1,000 copies of issue number 1 sitting here in my house, waiting for a distributor to distribute them and to offer them in their catalog. And then whatever stores would like to purchase them, I can make some of that money back on the amount of money that I spent to get them printed up. So you save a lot of money when you buy it in bulk, and there are different alternatives that you have when you're buying hundreds, if not thousands, of copies. So they get cheaper per comic, but you still have to front the money, which is what I did for Alpha Red number 1 and 6. That's what I did with the previous campaign in October. My last Kickstarter campaign was in October, and I crowdfunded issue number 6, but I did so well that I was able to pay for copies of issue number 1 also in bulk, hundreds of copies of issue number 6, almost 2,000 copies of issue number 1 were printed. So that is ready to go. And that's part of the calculation that you have to have when you're doing an independent comic. Like, where are you? How committed are you? What's the goal? And my goal is to get Alpha Red into the hands of every comic book fan. So if you're a superhero comic book fan, Alpha Red is for you. Period. Full stop. It's fun. There's lots of action. You don't have to worry about nudity, swear words, anything like that. If that's your preference, that's fine. I'm not judging you, but that's not what you're gonna pick up Alpha Red for. This is just something that you can hand to someone who doesn't know anything about comics, and they should be able to enjoy it. And there will be 7 issues of it, so they can continue to enjoy it. It's not just one issue that's part of a story that's incomplete. Issues 1 through 5 do complete his origin story. So there is kind of like, if you're only picking up issue number 1, you're not going to get the complete story. You're going to get a really cool cliffhanger, and that is hopefully going to get you to pick up the rest of the series. But with issue number 6, I started to make comics that can stand alone. So issue number 6 can stand alone. Issue number 7 can stand alone. But obviously, the more you know about the character, the more satisfying the story is going to be, because he is he's a character that's growing. He's learning things. He's learning about his powers. He's a new superhero. He's been recruited by an organization called the Kingdom. They give him his superpowers. They put a chip in his head, and that makes his muscles, it stimulates his muscles and stimulates his brain, makes him super fast, super strong, super smart. They can download information onto the chip that's in his brain that it's like Matrix style, where he doesn't know anything, and then he can ask the headquarters to download information for him into his chip, and then he knows it. So he's smart that way. Let me call this. Actually, I'm going to do what I normally do. Oops. The year is 2025. I like to put like a little outline around like the major parts of the characters, like whatever I want to stand out. I put an extra outline around it, which makes the rest of the details kind of sink back a little bit, and it gives it a little bit of depth. It makes it look like the picture has more texture and stuff around it. If you're new to the Alpha Red Comic channel, I do a Sunday night draw stream every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I pick a character that is kind of in the news that people are talking about, because I do want people to discover the channel, watch me draw a character that they might like or is hot and they're talking about right now. And then I get to tell you a little bit about Alpha Red. That is my unashamed goal in drawing all the other characters that I do on my channel on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. And it also allows me to draw some of my favorite characters, because I'm influenced by the things that are in the news. I like what's going on with the Superman movie. That might be something that I'm drawing this week, tomorrow. So, all right, you guys can take a look at these while I search the interwebs here for my. I'm gonna pull up. Can I pull up another screen while I'm doing this? How about if I take? Screen. All right, I'm gonna take away this screen so that I can. I gotta stop sharing. To share this other window. Kabamski. All right, we'll get back to the card in a second here, but this is my campaign for Alpha Red number 7. If you are not familiar, this is Fund My Comic, just an alternative to Kickstarter and Indiegogo. And like I said, for me, the biggest draw is that out of this 905, I've already gotten the payment from the people who back me already. So that is an amazing thing to do, to offer us. Let me see where it says on here. Yeah, raise mode. So there's a keep it all mode and then a raise mode. So under the raise mode, they give you the funds right away. There's like a 2-day delay for the processing of it. But as far as this goes, I get the money. I have the money already. The 905, the last of it came in on Thursday. So it's been amazing. So this is what you are really getting. You're getting this exclusive comic right here. And not only do you get the exclusive comic, but you get a copy of, let me see if I can I hold this? There we go. You get not only the exclusive cover, a physical copy of it, but you also get the regular cover. So the regular cover is over here. That's this one. Can you see that? Yeah. So this is some of the artwork. This is page 1 of Alpha Red number 7, if you're not familiar. But yeah, you can go over to alpharedcomic.com, check that out. I'd appreciate it. But let's get back to another sketch card. Get out of here. Stop sharing that screen and start sharing this entire. Whoop. Where is? Yeah, let's share that thing. Kabamski. All right, we're back. How about we just keep these 3 guys on here? Bing. And then we'll just add a new guy to the thing. And I like if you watch my Sunday night draw stream, I'll talk about how much I like to noodle with these images after I'm done, right? I do like to add that extra line. You see how much energy, how much I don't know if I should say energy, but like it adds a little bit of visual energy. Maybe not so much energy to the actual hero, but to the image. I think there's more to look at. And if there's more to look at, you like automatically want to spend more time looking at it. And you may or may not understand why you have this draw to the image, but it's because there's extra lines, there's extra textures and things like that amateur artists or artists who haven't drawn as many pictures don't automatically understand how those extra little lines can separate you from someone who doesn't who hasn't drawn for as long. Hopefully this makes sense to you all who are watching, whether you're catching it now or catching it on the rerun. So I hope it is nicer where you are than it is here. It is finally starting to clear up, but it has been a very, very rainy day. Very couple of days, I mean. So when I'm drawing my character Alpha Red here, this is how I start. I typically like to start with goggles, and so that I make his goggles as uniform or balanced as I can, and then I can then base the rest of the image. I feel safe basing the rest of the image on these, not symmetrical, because obviously when you're drawing him at this 3/4 head turn, it's going to be a little bit, it's not going to be symmetrical, but you can tell if it's balanced in this head rotation So it's more visually appealing if it has its correct balance. So I move on from the actual goggles, the lenses of the goggles, to then go into the rim, the frame of his goggles. And as I'm using the lines here, I'm darkening it to help with the off balance that it was. I was noticing that I did not do the balance exactly the way that that I had intended, but I corrected it using this thicker line. And maybe that's where I got the style that I prefer, where I add like the extra line around certain parts of the costume that I want to highlight, or the anatomy that that you want to highlight as you're drawing. As I'm creating like the image, like this extra line, where I'll leave this line right next to it, just singular, so that it gives it a little bit of depth. So if you would, I'd appreciate you hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button if you like artwork and you like hearing how independent comics are created, at least from my perspective. I mean, I've been doing it now for, gosh, a dozen years or more. And so I've gone through some mistakes, some things you do right and some things you do really, really wrong. And that's all part of the independent creation process. And hopefully you can learn from my mistakes what not to do. Or if you hear what I've done and you can solve that problem, but you had not thought about the way that I was doing it and got it wrong, that you would be inspired to do what I did, but do it the right way, where I may abandon that aspect of how I went through it. So everybody's just getting like this headshot, not quite a bust, but yeah, everybody's getting these headshot type images. And this is my home office, and I work from my home office regularly. I am a traveling salesman, so I'm not always in the office, but I end up on a lot of phone calls that last a while, and I tend to be drawing. If the conversation is very long-winded, and I'm good enough at my job that as I'm explaining things to people, I can still be drawing. Maybe I'm not explaining it as well as I can. I don't know. I feel like it's drawing is one of the things that I feel like is second nature to me. It's like breathing, So I did a lot of these pencil sketches while I was on the phone with my clients. And so now I can go back in and just do the inking. And so I'm not wasting my time later on when I can get it done while I'm being productive at work. I can squeeze the beginnings of these sketches in. So I'm thankful for the 10 people who jumped right on and supported me. So hopefully you would consider supporting a comic book that is not a mainstream comic book. It has a lot of the things that I like about mainstream comics, without all the things I don't like about the current mainstream comics. Like, I got into comics in the 90s where there was lots of action and cool gadgets and just fun storylines. And even as it was morphing into like the Deadpool kind of humor, where there was more humor in the comics, when I got into comics, it was all mostly serious. You know, they took themselves very seriously. So we'll call that one done. Dun, 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 dun. I forgot to put the year on here. It seems like you would never forget the year that you do stuff. It's like a whole year. But you eventually do forget when you did stuff. So let me know if you have any problems hearing me. You see, we got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Can I do another one in 10 minutes? All right. Let's do it. We're going to try. We're going to try. Why not? Why not? Why not? So hopefully in the background you can hear some music, some light music. That is the instrumental version of the theme song for Alpha Red. And I will be hitting that outro here soon. Brother Benny in the house. Hear me loud and clear. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, so hopefully you hear for those of you who are not familiar with the Alpha Red theme song, that should be playing in the background, reminding us that Alpha Red is the hero we need. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. I forget the next line. I gotta have the tune going, and I can't hear the tune right now. So, Brother Benny, I am on the hunt for some blank ones. It might not be Alpha Red on the other side, on the flip side. Like, this might be another character. But we'll try to get you one of these here, freebies. So do you have a preference, Benny, if you're still here? I bought 2 sketch covers when I was at the comic book store today, and they didn't have anything for me. I was expecting Alpha Red. I was not expecting Alpha Red to be there. I was expecting G.I. Joe number 8 to be there, and I was hoping for maybe a sketch cover of G.I. Joe number 8. But my local comic shop did not have any G.I. Joe for me. So I picked up a Superman Unlimited and another Battle Beast sketch cover. So I'm hoping here in the next couple weeks, because of the Alpha Red campaign, to be doing more sketch covers. So I might have a Monday night sketch cover, Monday night sketch, along with the Sunday night sketch, and I'll do both of them. So any preference to see another Superman or another Battle Beast? Maybe I won't do either. I'll eventually do another one of both, obviously, because I bought the sketch covers. But unless you have a character that you think people are dying to see, or would stop and watch me draw, that would get the eyeballs on the Alpha Red comic channel. So if you are new to Alpha Red and the Alpha Red comic channel, I would be grateful if you hit that like button and then that subscribe button. We are almost at 230. Maybe we are at 230. Benny says, I appreciate. So if you don't, I forget that I can see it, but not everybody sees the comments. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Yep. I'm definitely more interested in Battle Beast. Yeah. Did Battle Beast number 2 come out? So I stopped in. I got the Battle Beast. I knew in my mind that if they had any extra Battle Beast covers, I was just gonna pick up at least one more. And so I did see it, and I just grabbed it when he said that I did not have anything in my pull box. And I forgot that I think Battle Beast number 2 is due out very soon, not too long after Battle Beast number 1, because in those blind bags, I think they were calling them, where you couldn't see what you were getting, some of them had an issue of Battle Beast number 2. So I know that they're not going to make people wait too long to see what others already have access to. So, all right, we're winding down here because I got to get ready for this wedding, and I was hoping that they would get some sunshine, but we'll take the stoppage of the rain over nothing. I'm not going to complain because the rain has stopped, and it's going to have to be enough. Benny says, my local comic shop has been closed so the owner could take a well-deserved vacation. So I actually haven't picked up Battle Beast number 1. There you go. All right, we'll stick with Battle Beast. Either tomorrow or Monday, we'll do a Battle Beast for you. You got to jump on it. It'll still be $30. I'll put it on Etsy, unless you want to claim it, and in which case you can just send the $30 via PayPal and claim the Battle Beast sketch cover. You would be like super early, like Ernest and Fong aren't here. Awesome. Definitely, it is yours, bro. Just PayPal me $30. That includes the shipping. So awesome. That's the way to beat it. You gotta catch me on a special stream, and that's how you get it. They won't even know what hit them. They're like, "Hey, you gonna put that on Etsy?" I'm like, nah, Benny got it. He got you. He swiped it. Swiper, no swiping. That's all I can think of when I hear swiping. All right, Benny, thank you for hanging out, bro. I got to get ready for this wedding. I'm gonna hit the old commercial for the Alpha Red number 7 campaign. I appreciate your support on that, and thanks for hanging out, bro. Until next time, friends. Until next time, grace and peace. I'm gonna hit the outro. See you tomorrow. Welcome to Alpha Red number 7, The Monster Within. In this issue, an ancient evil has risen, unleashed by a rogue treasure hunter on her latest heist. Now, this powerful executioner walks the earth once more, and only Alpha Red stands between the fallen angel and the annihilation of the other kingdom warriors.
As Wingman is haunted by cryptic visions of his forgotten past, he squares off with the Searcher and her celestial enforcer Zadkiel. What dark secrets link the sacred relics to Wingman's dreams? And can Alpha Red stop this vengeful angel before it's too late? Brace yourself for pulse-pounding action, shocking revelations, and supernatural suspense in Alpha Red number 7, a high-octane thrill ride you won't want to miss. This issue can be enjoyed on its own, but there will be tiers where you can pick up the first 6 issues of Alpha Red. If you're new to Alpha Red, it can be summarized like this. In a world unraveling from the inside, Alpha Red emerges as a bold new hero in a time of darkness. Calvin Wes Wesley was just a blue-collar worker until the Kingdom, a secret organization powered by ancient spiritual technology, chose him to be their new champion. With superhuman strength, speed, and wisdom now flowing through him, Wes is thrust into the battle that reaches beyond the physical world into the realm of eternal souls. The enemy, Satan himself, cast into human form, walking among us, immortal, plotting a global apocalypse after being betrayed by his right-hand demon. His identity is hidden, his influence is growing, and only Alpha Red stands between us and damnation. This isn't just a comic, it's a spiritual war dressed in superhero skin. A gripping, high-stakes saga where every punch is powered by purpose and every page crackles with righteous intensity. Created by artist and writer James Q. Nguyen, Alpha Red fuses pulse-pounding action with themes of faith, redemption, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. With stunning artwork and a cinematic story arc built for fans of Spawn, Daredevil, and the Book of Revelation, this is a series that dares to say something deeper, while still kicking it like a 90s style comic. Join the mission. Back the hero. Invest in the legend. Alpha Red isn't just another comic. It's the beginning of something bigger.
From the shadows he rises with courage in his heart, a beacon of hope. He's ready to start with faith as his armor and a fire in his soul. Alpha Red stands tall, fulfilling his role. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red. Red. In a world full of chaos, where evil may lurk, he fights for the righteous, his mission and work. Guided by God, with strength from above, he battles the darkness with unyielding love. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red. Alpha Red. When the night seems too long and hope seems so far, look to the skies, you'll see his bright star. With a prayer and a promise, he faces the fight. Alpha Red shines through, the beacon of light. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red. So stand tall with courage, let your faith lead the way. With Alpha Red beside us, we'll see a brighter day. For evil may tremble, but never forget the world